Hi everybody, welcome to Call of Cthulhu, our next session. Um, our intrepid reporter is still in the Ozarks, still facing off with snake worshipping sheriffs, the mob, and general other shenanigans that may or may not involve the mythos, but we've got the recap for you. So, we went to the library, we got the book. We got to take a look at what the book was, which was the Revelations of Galaki. We got to get some hintings to Louise' backstory. We got to meet Raoul, which was Gaston's buddy. We got to go down to the archives. Wolfgang decided to take a look at a book after spooky mythos shenanigans went down and has started to read one of the mythos books. Nothing wrong will happen, I promise. We also got to meet a man by Jean Lafitte and some hinting and spooky stuff went down there. Jack also laid down some smooth, get Louise to reveal her backstory stuff, which was awesome. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up most of the recap. So we will get into the next session. So you guys go home and everything is pretty chill for the next couple of days. Wolfgang, Runa, you guys get phone calls, and stuff like that. Things seem to go along for normal, and then we hit January 6th, which is where we will be at with the map. It is the big retirement match for Wolfgang Barker versus his opponent Tiger Flowers, and Flack will be running this part of the session. So, Flack, take it away.
All right. So you've called me in tonight. Let us begin. It is shall we say, what time are we starting at? January?
January 6th.
January 6th.
January 6th.
Yes, it's the night of the match. We're already in the boxing ring.
Not even a week into the new year, Wolfgang's fight begins. It is his last fight, the retirement fight. There is a tension in the air, and especially with you. There's been posters being going around, especially a lot of advertisement by one Mr. Savoy. And especially the new poster coming up calling the Battle of the Beasts. The wolf versus the tiger. And it's going to be at your blessed old Orbium Boxing Club. There's a tension in the air when you walk into the building. The crowd is there with anticipation and ready to see the fight of your life, Wolf. Tell me, what do you do when you walk into the arena?
Oh God, I should have prepared for this. Oh no. Flowers should have prepared for this, and I don't know what to do. And my face is really red. So, I suppose as Wolf is walking into the ring, into the crowd, he's gonna kind of do like he's gonna look around the whole arena, like take it in, Damn, what would he fucking do? Jesus. Yeah, he would look around at all the people who have come, the corner that has like his family and such, and special guests. And I think as he climbs into the ring, he's just kind of gonna do like a little clap, hands up. Nothing too showboaty, but just like a hey, I acknowledge you. What's up, people?
Okay. So
nothing too like arrogant or showboaty. He's
yeah,
had his time to shine.
of course. So you can tell there's quite a bit of people here waiting for you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, who's waiting
Somewhere
for me?
around, even reaching the person capacity of this room. There's even people just kind of like holding up against the boxing ring itself as you make your way through, as a room full of people parts as you're making your way towards the ring.
Okay.
There's a lot of people here, especially for a retirement match. This is really big. You could say there's maybe brushing upon 1,000 people at least.
How did they fit in this gym? Okay.
There was some reorganization.
Don't forget there's a second floor.
This is true.
Yep. There are people looking up from above as well as below.
So no pressure.
There's been a lot of advertisement about this specific match. And you can feel the pressure holding down on your shoulders. So you see all these eyes upon you. And as you do, you see somebody looking you dead in the eyes as you get towards your corner. A fairly tall individual.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who looks a little bit tired for his time. A little bit thin, a little bit gaunt. But with a distinct look of respect in your eyes. As he looks upon you and says, "Mr. Barker, I am assumed."
Hello. Okay, there we go. Mr. Barker, what?
"Mr. Barker, I assume."
And you are?
"I am Dr. Moore, put on your assignment to make sure that you are capable in this fight."
Oh, okay. Did Mr. Sagano send you, or was it Mr.
Yes. Me and Mr. Sagano have a agreement.
Well, thanks for spotting me. Thanks for being here for my final match. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Now, please, let me help you to the ring. And this fairly tall individual helps you into the ring itself, allowing you to get through the ropes, pulls off your coat or your robe.
Let me do a little like made by Callaway and Sons, the tailor shop.
Mm-hmm.
Got a rep for my buddy.
All right. And as
Okay.
you enter the ring, there's a crowd of people calling your name. Wolf, 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 wolf.
Okay. I'm getting
There are
nervous.
definitely some people that you recognize from your day-to-day like work regiment. That there are definitely a lot of like either beginner boxers or old timers that are looking at you going like, "Fuck yeah, this is his time. This is how he ends his match. Fuck yeah, wolf, wolf, wolf."
Yeah. I appreciate their enthusiasm.
And then when like the crowd starts to go silent, there is a movement of ominous, almost silence, as there's a motion from the other corner of the room. The the room parts of individuals as a soft tiger, flower, tiger, flower, tiger, flowers, tiger, flowers, tiger, flowers, tiger, flowers. As this brawny, tall man just comes walking through the crowd, arms up, his head held up high in indignation of the situation. He looks upon you with anticipation and excitement. To him, you are the next fight in his career. Him to you,
Smiling.
the end times of your fighting. He is absolutely ready for this fight. As he makes his way through the ring, gets his way through the ropes. And of course, he has his team behind him. You know, a few doctors and a coach behind him. As you both sit in your corners, you both get ready for the announcers to get ready. Mr. Sagano and Mr. Savoy both sitting prominently at their corners, appreciating the situation. Excuse me. As you see an individual at a checkered shirt come into the middle. And evening, ladies and gentlemen! Tonight, we have the tournament fight of the legend!
Damn.
And
I
this
hope the
corner.
audience understand what he's saying.
It's not very clear to most of the people in the group, but they can just get out the gist of what is going on.
Big assumptions are this is the announcement for the corner.
Yeah, I figured.
And this corner, standing up, that third fighter, sir. Man the beast of 50s, 20 years. Man the menace of the wolf, the fighter and the force. We got Wolfgang Mager! As he's pointing towards your direction.
Flack, I'm gonna cut in really quick. Your mic is peaking, so maybe the... Yeah.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't know I reached my capacity of my mic so quickly.
It's okay.
It's excited. Everybody's excited at the match.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you fair warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gist of it is that he's pointing towards Wolfgang Barker's direction and descripting his like at a man at let's see. How tall is Wolf?
5'12". 5'11". Sorry.
5'11", and working for and fighting for how many years?
Oh my fucking god, Flag. Oh no, it's been
We're
at
gonna
least
say
20. It's been at least 2025.
25 years.
How old is he? 50.
We'll
It's
just
been
say a
like
while.
28. Yeah, it's been like
Yeah.
28. Let's go.
Eh,
Let's
The
go.
the beast of the dark forest, Wolfgang Barker.
Wolf's got his arms up, acknowledges the crowd, like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's pump up.
Yeah. And me,
Damn, is he
meanwhile,
nervous,
in the
though?
corner. All right, I'm gonna try and do this while I'm far away from my microphone.
I'll let you know if it feels like it's peaking.
On the seller's corner, standing at 7 foot. We've got the man of mirror, the fan of the pillar, the stagger of the jungle. We've got Tiger Fly. As Tiger Flowers raises his arms as well, and a crowd of adjournings just go like, ah! Because obviously there's also a large crowd here for Tiger Flowers as well as you, Wolf. You know this man. You know this man has quite a bit of fan legacy behind him. You know for a fact that there's a lot of people here that are crammed up just to see this man's next fight. And especially a fight like this, where's the retirement fight of you. Bow, Happy Dukes! As he's inviting both of you and Wolf to come to the center of the ring.
Wolf goes. Ooh.
All right. As you do, the crowd is, there's definitely some hushed cheers, you definitely see some camera flashes in the background. They're bright, but they are too distracting. So you look upon this man for probably the first time in your career.
Okay.
You're surprised. He is a little bit shorter than you expected, but he is one of the brawniest of the middleweight champions possible.
Okay.
He looks upon you, he's like, I expected you to be a little bit bigger, but
That's
no,
what
you
they
seem
all
like
say.
you seem like a good friend. I'll look forward to this fight.
Look forward to fighting you too. Thanks for the honor.
I'll look forward to fighting you too. Well, let's catch up afterwards.
Sounds good.
All right. You both. He reaches out his fist towards you.
Gentle fist bump. Or whatever
Gentle
the boxing, whatever the equivalent of like a sportsmanship, like, yeah.
No, 200%. Gentle fist pump back. It was like,
Yeah.
For all those who are, who my microphone peaks toward, he's basically said, back to your corners.
I got it.
All right.
Okay.
There's a general hush amongst the crowd. Doc Tatters is putting his hands upon your shoulder, just kind of like, be careful. We'll tend to strike fast. Try to knock you out in the first round.
It'd be pretty embarrassing to go down in the first round. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
It's a few moments pass. It's a little silence. And then you hear, Ding ding! What do you do?
Oh my gosh. Things I should have done. Watch some boxing before actually playing a boxer character. Which I didn't do. For a split second, and probably the dumbest thing he'll probably do all night, Wolfgang distracts himself by looking over into his corner where his like family and friends are, and does like a quick sweep, notices that his family is there, takes strength from it, and then he approaches the center of the ring.
All right.
With his,
You know,
I guess, arms.
Tiger doesn't have
defensive.
a similar hesitation, but he does reach towards the center, and he is eyeing you up.
Oh, no.
He's looking up and down, and he's definitely calculating the next move in his action. Now, I'm going to ask you this very carefully.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to explain this this next mode of combat.
Okay, thank you. I don't know how combat works.
Okay. So, combat in Call of Cthulhu. Hi, folks. If you're playing the home game, we're going to do some funky shit right now.
That's why you're running this one.
So, the way I'm running boxing in Call of Cthulhu is I'm going to essentially make it down to a rock, paper, scissors system with a little bit of addendums in between.
God. Okay.
So, you have three options. You have hit, dodge, or clench. So, if you decide to hit and the other opponent decides to hit, then you both have to compete against your brawl roll. And the one who has the lower margin wins and is able to hit you first. This is how, ostensibly, how you're able to make damage against one opponent versus the other. You can also try to hit and dodge. So if the other opponent hits and you decide to dodge, you just have to succeed your dodge roll. If not, then you take the full damage. You can also decide to try and clench for a singular round. That way, if you're able to clench the opponent in time, you're able to stop either their dodge or their attack.
Okay. I think I understand.
Okay. So the first method that we're going to do is we're going to say what we want to do, and then we're going to roll a 1d3 to see who does it first.
Okay. A D3?
1d3.
I do not have
Because
a D3.
Call of Cthulhu is funny that way, and I figure, why not? Let's do a 1d3 for shits and giggles.
Okay. What should I roll?
You can
since I
do
don't have
half a
D3
d6 if you
versus-
don't have a d3.
Okay.
Well, you can also roll it in the roll 20, just like this.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay. Thank you, Flack. Okay. I think that coming out strong. I'm gonna dodge first.
All right. Very good.
Okay. 1d3. Oh my god.
So it's /R
Oh. Okay.
space 1d3.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Alright.
We both rolled a 2. Okay.
All right. So tell me.
Yes.
I'm going to roll a 1d100 for Tiger Flowers.
Mhm.
And
I
you
also
roll a
rolled
1d100 for your dodge.
76. Damn it, Wolf. Starting out great. 76 out of
Yeah, that's a
30.
no, it's 60.
Oh, 60.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, you're going to take some damage
Okay.
as he catches your moment of distraction as you're trying to look out toward the crowd, and he bops you with a right straight through your nose, the most sensitive part of your face.
Ah, damn it. Oh. Okay. Fuck.
Damage.
All right.
Embarrassing.
So I'm going to roll some damage here,
Okay.
which
Please
is
don't
a
take me out.
1d3 plus a 1d4.
Yep.
Please don't take me out in one hit. Please don't take me out in one hit. That'd be so embarrassing. Please don't take me out in one hit.
All right,
So
we got
you
a
take 6 points of damage.
Oh my god. Okay. 5 left. My Jesus.
Mm.
Mhm. Okay.
As this comes at you right out of the get-go, just like
Yeah. Like a truck.
like a
like
truck.
a truck out of nowhere, just like hits you right in the face, and you can tell him he's here to start the momentum of the fight.
Okay.
So he's put you on the guard, or at least at some point on the guard. Now, tell me, on the second round, do you want to hit, dodge, or clinch?
Hold on. Fuck, clench.
Clench? Okay.
The dice have decided. Okay, so it's our 1d3.
Yeah. Okay.
Is lower good or bad?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I just wanted to make you sweat.
You're succeeding!
Okay.
I'm a very sweaty individual.
So I need you to make a brawl check.
Dice, please. I know that we've had our differences, and you like to cause Wolf pain, and usually I'm about that. But let this old man retire gracefully. He rolled a 94.
Okay, at least it's not a 99 or a 100.
There's always that.
Right.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh, that is.
So
No, wait a minute.
you try to clutch and try to reach under Tiger Flower's arms. Although both of you go wide against your approach on this one, so he tries to hit you on the side of your mutton chops and swings just above your head as you
Oh, God.
try to get underneath his armpits and go in for a clinch. He dodges right out of it.
Okay.
All right, next round of combat. What do you want to do?
I want to go for a hit.
All right, you want to go for a hit?
I do.
Okay.
Oh my
First,
God.
give me a 1d3.
All right.
Okay, I'm going. I should copy paste this so I don't have to keep typing it. Oh my God.
All right, give me another 1d3.
Fuck. This is so tense.
Give me another. Give me another. All right, you beat him. So you're able to hit him before he hits you.
It's a fighting brawl.
So give me a 1d100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fucking God, I'm gonna cry. I was not prepared for this. Oh my God, I rolled a 20. Okay.
All right. What's your skill?
Skill for
85.
fighting. Yeah, 85.
85.
I rolled 20 out of 85.
Okay, you just get to hit him. Damn it!
Thank you for letting me have one pity hit.
It's not a pity hit.
Go ahead and roll a d3 for damage.
Just got under his goddamn calculation.
Okay, and I don't add anything for bonuses, right?
Right.
It's just the D3.
1d3.
Okay. How come he gets to add shit? Rolled a 3.
All right, you rolled a 3. So Tiger Flower tries to go for a liver hit, and you catch him just before he's about to roll for it, and you just hit him right in the center of the chest, and it takes him like a minute to back up.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
You've successfully knocked him out of his momentum.
Yes. Okay.
All right, what's your next movement?
I would like to try to hit again.
Okay.
I want to press the forward. Damn it. I don't know if 3 is good or bad.
All right, you succeed.
Yeah. So another D100 fighting brawl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 4.
Nice.
Yay!
That's a success.
All right. Yeah, that's a really good success too.
Okay, so just another D3 again.
Yeah, give me another D3.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
All right. You take this momentum and you just swivel one side and just knock him right in the ribs, and he's like, oof.
Okay.
He is beyond surprised. You're going through this real quick.
Mm-hmm. I have some experience.
Yeah. And now Tiger Flower is just realizing that. Okay. What's your next method attack?
I would like to clench.
You'd like to clinch again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So make a brawl check.
Okay. I am just going by instinct here. I'm like, first thing that goes into my head, I'm not gonna think about it. 75.
That's
out of
fast.
85. Hi. Hey, Tiger.
What'd you roll?
Oh, he.
75 out of 85.
Yeah.
75 out of 85?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now he's got to roll something.
Hi. This is so nerve-wracking.
Oh, you try to clench, but he's just dodging out of it. Okay.
Okay.
You managed to get him out of this one, but you've got, let's see. You can hear the counting talking down. Mr. Savoy and Iggy are both counting down the moments. Walter's really taking the offenses off on this one. I can see Tiger. Oh, that's the wrong voice. I can see Tiger taking the next hit on this one.
can ignore that voice in my head. Little eldritch horror man.
Excuse me. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm saying as Wolf. Wolf does not hear. Little horror. Okay.
All right. Wolf,
Dodge.
what's your next move?
Dodge.
Dodge? Okay. Okay, you don't have to roll a d3. You just have to roll a successful dodge roll.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. 44.
Yep, that's a pass.
Add 60.
That's a pass.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pass.
Yes.
So you can see Tiger Flower just getting ready for a roundhouse. He's just, or not a roundhouse, but a, what's the one I'm looking at? It's a wide shot. He's trying to swing his fist out, his left paw around. He's a, and it misses you by barely a quarter inch.
Gosh. Okay.
That's what you have to do. You are on the 6-second mark. I think you're on the 7th. What are you gonna do?
I want to hit.
You want to hit?
I do.
Okay. All right.
So, D100 or D3?
D3, then a D100.
Start with a D3.
Oh my gosh, cat. Cat, no. Cat, please, why? My real tiger is coming. Go, buddy. Oh my god, another D3.
All right, roll it again.
2.
All right, you hit him.
What?
Or, sorry, roll your brawl.
Yeah, roll brawl.
Oh my god, 74.
That's a pass.
That's a pass. All right, give me a 1d3.
2 damage. Ooh.
All right, you're taking him down a notch. He's, he started this fight off with pretty good spunk and a lot of good air, but you're seeing that like a lot of good hits to his face has done. He made the fateful mistake to try and bop your nose again. You took a fateful step back and just
Okay.
almost gazelle punch him right in the upper jaw.
Yes!
His head goes right up, and he's like, "Oh!" And the crowd even go, "Oh!"
I want to know. Hold on, I want to know. What does the rest of the party do in this moment? Jack, Laura, and Louise.
Commentary.
Jack's cheering really loud.
Runa's just like, yeah, get a wolf!
Yeah.
Kick his ass!
Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
That's it. That's all I got.
I will say, obviously, since this being old-timey boxing, when you swing for his jaw, there's blood.
You.
Yeah! Good!
Virgil's just like, yeah, kill him.
All right.
I mean, I assume that my nose is fucking bleeding because he hit it pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, easy. You can already feel the swelling on your face.
Okay.
Clyde is going to be very happy with you.
All right. Give me another, what are you going to do next?
I want to hit him again.
All right.
Oof.
Oh, he's going to hit you, try and hit you first.
Okay. Oh, man.
All right. What's your roll?
Roll dodge. Right?
Well, I rolled a 52.
That's pass.
That's, oh my god.
Flag! Am
God.
I maybe going to win this? Is Wolf
Wolf.
maybe gonna win?
Wolf, you sick son of a bitch.
Oh my god!
Well, Flower's got to roll the fighting brawl next.
Yeah. How much did you roll? By how much?
That was a 52 for the dodge.
A 52. Oh, was I supposed to do a dodge and then a fight?
No. If you were gonna hit, you have to roll brawl.
Oh.
Yeah, I did that. It
Oh,
was a
okay.
52 out of 85.
I was confused. My bad.
Okay.
It's okay. Screaming. Okay.
God damn it! You beat them.
What? What?
Yeah, you can. No. What I'm saying is that you beat them just barely before the punch. So you see your two fists careening towards each other.
Oh my god, like an anime?
Like an anime.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
He is going to take a roundhouse punch to your fucking jaw and try and dislodge it from your face. And you already pick up on it, and you're going to bop him right back in the nose.
Okay,
You get there a half second before he does.
Okay.
So roll the damage. 2.
2.
Okay.
There's a lot of cheering going on.
Yeah.
Runa is on the edge of her seat. She's got money on this.
Yeah. And I don't have to tell you already, but there's already blood on the, what's it called? The canvas on the floor.
Yeah, on the mat. Okay.
Like, Tiger is already looking a little bit swelled. And we're going to have, all right, give me one more roll. What are you going to do?
God. I gotta go with it. Hit.
All right.
My instinct says hit. We gotta go.
All right. What's your roll?
3.
All right. In this particular case, he's able to hold, catch your glove, able to hold you into a hold.
Okay. That's good because I rolled a 96.
Yeah. And then, just as you're holding together, you're ding, 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 ding.
I fucking got it.
So the round finishes, and you both go back to your corners.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, Wolf, go.
You weren't kidding. He hits like a train.
You did very well there, Wolf. But your nose is rather damaged after that. You will need some rhinoplasty after this.
Oh, not my beautiful face. Ah, inward monologue. My boyfriend's gonna kill me. Oh my god, my boyfriend's never gonna love me again. My poor face. Outward. Just like,
As Doc Tatters is gonna pull you towards the corner and start doing some very minor what's it called? First aid.
Yeah.
Which he succeeds at.
Hey, that would be good.
Thanks, Mr. Sagano, giving me somebody capable. But creepy. And suspicious.
Eh.
I'm so mad that this is how I get to meet Doc Tatters, by the way. You sons of bitches.
Wolf doesn't know that it's Tatters.
No, but I do. This is for
you
me.
You get 1 point back.
Okay, so I'm at 6 now.
You're at 6.
Okay.
How much does Tiger Flowers get back?
Let's find out. That's enough.
Jazz,
And I'm gonna
Mm-hmm. All right. Got it. And with that, bell rings again, and the next round starts.
Let's fucking go. Okay.
Are you gonna roll?
All right.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Flack.
All right. Well, tell me,
Yes.
what are you gonna roll? What are you gonna do in this situation?
I'm gonna hit.
All right. Oh,
Okay.
ah. Okay. Tell me what do you roll for
77
your?
out of 85.
That's pass.
You just barely catch him.
That's fine.
It's another situation where he's going for your left, and he's expecting you to go for your right, but you've catched on that he's a southpaw, and you pull up your left for a left straight.
Mm-hmm.
So give me your damage.
For me, no boxing terms and stuff. The southpaw is a left-handed fighter, or
Okay.
hold on.
There we go.
Hello. I am fighting a tiger not only in game but in real life. As my cat tries to eat my salad.
It's the 4D experience.
All right. So tell me, what's your next attack gonna be?
Clench.
Okay. He's going to try and dodge.
Well, that's awkward.
He's going to
Okay.
try and dodge out of your clinch. So give me a brawl versus
16.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you clinch him.
Woo!
Okay. What does that mean for me?
So you're able to clinch him for 1d2 rounds. So for this round and the next round, you're able to hold him in place
Okay.
before the referee breaks you two up.
Okay.
All right. Back it up to you. Back it up, babe.
Okay.
All right, as you both two get back into fighting stance. Next round, what are you going to do?
Hit.
Okay. All right, give me your hit.
89. I don't succeed.
Okay. You try to punch him, but he's able to move out of the way before you're able to punch. You try to go for a, I want to say a haymaker, but I don't know. Don't think it's a proper term for it, but
You do a
you go
punchy,
for a
fighty
wide,
thing.
yeah.
Technical term.
You go for a wide swing. He's able to telegraph it before you're able to do it, and just go a millimeter second before you're able to do it.
Okay. Okay, so what does he do now?
All right. That's the next round. What are you going to do?
Dodge.
All right. So give me your dodge roll.
8.
He tries to get you with a gazelle punch and try to hit you just below the liver with his left hand. You just move in just at the right perfect timing, and it just moves past him. you could tell that if you were just probably like a few seconds off, he would have probably hit your liver and you would have been down for the count.
Not my liver. I need that. How am I supposed to challenge Runa if my liver's gone? Okay. Next round?
All right.
Next
Next
round.
round.
We go for hit.
All right.
I rolled a 31.
Okay. All right. Give me your roll.
2.
Okay. Well. I guess I'll ask you, Flower. How would you like to describe this hit?
Oh, is this like a finishing hit?
Yes, this is the
No.
finishing hit.
Yeah. We'll give it one finishing hit for this one.
Oh my god. Well, I think it would be really great as he goes to his dodge swing or whatever. Wolf dials his fist back and just slams it into Flowers' nose, just like he did to Wolf at the beginning of the match, in a really kind of catty karma bitch.
All right. You swing your fist forward, and it kind of takes Flowers a bit off guard because he was trying to trying to get you into a perfect position where you'd be able to do a left, right, straight, right into your jaw, and then he realizes it's too late. Moments pass by like milliseconds as you see him collapse into your fist as his nose goes crunch into your boxing glove. And he falls onto... And as he does so, there's a moment where he goes a little bit wobbly. He wasn't expecting that counter hit, and then you see him ragdoll onto the ground. I'm just going to do a quick little whisper GM.
Okie dokie.
Take a look at type Flowers. No, that's not going to do it.
Alrighty. Well, the ref, or do it as in, hold on. Give me a second.
Shall I?
Hold on. Just want to double check with you. Keeping you all in suspense for this.
Oh no.
I don't know what that means, Black. Unfortunately.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. So, ref jumps up. He does the counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're seeing Savoy kind of lose the color in his face. You see Sagano about ready to start doing the I told you so dance. You're even seeing like everybody's like, oh shit, this is gonna happen. 7, 8, 9, 10, knockout. The crowd explodes.
Oh my god.
Wolfgang Barker, you have defeated Tiger Flowers.
Wolfgang is kind of like in disbelief. He honestly didn't think that he would win at all. Because, like, this guy has a really big reputation. So, yeah, he'll just be kind of starstruck, stunned, as do the referees grab their arms and like lift them up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So he's just gonna, after that starts happening and it actually hits him, oh my god, I fucking won. He's gonna have the biggest grin.
yeah, and so everybody kind of rushes. It's a big celebration. What a way to start Mardi Gras. You know, everybody's kind of rushing the ring. You know, woo, party, excitement, wah, and stuff. And that's kind of how the night ends, with this big kind of celebration.
I think as soon as Wolf is allowed out of the ring and is not bleeding all over it, he's probably gonna rush over to his corner and crush Jean-Baptiste, Lotta, and Josephine, his sister
Yeah,
Josie.
big massive hugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give them all the big hugs. You know, there's celebration, woos and ahs, and yeah, this is awesome kind of thing. And that's kind of how the January 6th match ends. And Runa, do you want to do the quick spot hidden, or could?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Runa, roll me a spot hidden.
Fuck yeah, I do. I've heard some fucking rumors about this bitch ass. Oh, I rolled a 79.
You don't see it.
Anything. Damn it.
So with that, January 6th comes to a nice close. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll to the nice Theater of the Mind with character art by the artist Lou to kind of act as our fun distraction. As the following Monday after the January 6th match, Runa, you receive a phone call from Miss Hudson, Gaston's landlady.
What?
The phone call's really quick. She's like, hey, I haven't heard from Gaston in a little bit. His rent's coming up, and if he's not gonna be staying at his place, I kind of need it cleared out. And you're like the second person on his contact list. Are you able to clear his stuff out, or do I have to call the next person on his list?
I'm interested in who the next person on his list is. But yeah, I should be able to come over. How soon do you need it cleaned out by?
As soon as possible.
Will you be there to open the door? I'm afraid I don't have a key to it.
Yeah, I can unlock it. Just tell me the day where you're coming in.
Gives a date and time.
All right.
Calls the group.
All right. Can I assume everybody agrees to come help investigate?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go steal some of Gaston's stuff.
Yeah, buddy.
Fucking dare.
It's too bad I'm not playing Virgil right now.
Theft.
I, Runa, will stab you in the liver.
Louise, are you going to be joining in?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, door's unlocked, like the landlady said. Open up the door. It's a kind of a quaint apartment. It's kind of empty. There's a few boxes here and there. It looks like it's sort of lived in, but it's kind of like, yeah, this is an empty apartment. So I would like everybody to roll me spot hiddens.
Okay.
That is a 2.
81.
Okay. 81.
77 for Runa.
77 for Runa.
69. Nice.
87 for Wolf.
Okay. So Jack was the only one that succeeded? Or am I? Okay. Alright. So Jack, you see a couple of boxes stacked along the, like right next to where Gaston has his bed. You also see a locked little chest, book-sized chest, that's peeking out from underneath the bed. And the closet door is open, and there's also kind of what appears to be another box with like some sort of fabric in there.
Can I try to open the locked thing? Oh, yeah. There's no
Me,
key anywhere. Can I roll? Can I see if there's a key around here?
roll me spot hidden.
Oh shoot! That is a 4.
There doesn't seem to be a key anywhere.
Alright, can I crack open this box?
Roll me a locksmith.
Oh boy. It's a 32.
Doesn't work.
Okay, well I'm gonna call. Well, actually, I'm gonna look in the box in the closet before I call everyone, and then I'll call everyone.
Okay. Inside the closet is what appears to be. Oh, Jess, it's picking up your typing.
Oh, done.
It's all good. Inside the closet, the box itself looks like it's like makeshift costumes. So like what looks to be almost like a fabric that somebody would use for like a cloak. A couple of generic shirts and stuff, a vest.
Can I take the cloak? Put it on.
You can. You look dandy.
Okay. And then I'll call everyone. Hey guys! Gaston's got a weird locked box in here.
Beth?
Oh,
Yeah, Runa or Flower?
I was gonna ask, since Runa is friends with Gaston, I'd assume she's been to his apartment before, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
She has.
Okay. Does the apartment look like similar to how it looked the last time she was here, or does it look kind of different?
Looks the same.
Okay.
Yes, Tomb.
no, nothing. Louise would get semi-excited about a locked box to go lockpick it.
Okay. If you would like to do that, we can roll locksmith.
Laura's gonna look around for a key.
Alright.
It's okay, Laura, I tried that.
Yeah, but I'm better at looking at things than you are. I'm like, I don't even know if that's...
Damn. Okay.
I don't know if that is statistically true, but I feel like it's true.
Screw me, I guess, right?
No offense, but I did roll a 20
No offense, but I'm
out
just
of
better than you
34.
are.
You don't see a key.
It's a 2, Beth.
Guess what, Louise? You are able to jimmy the lock, and it just pops open with a nice little soft click. And inside is brown package, size of a book. It looks like it's been opened and rewrapped a few times. And on it is a sticky note, and it says, or the equivalent of a sticky note in the 1920s. And it says, to help you understand the powers that be, and they're signed ZC.
Louise is signed what? I'm so sorry, Beth. What did you say? Signed what?
The sticky note says, this will help you understand the powers that be, ZC.
Okay. Strange. But Louise is going to put the sticky note and proceed to unwrap the book.
I just like the idea of Jack and Laura just like arguing over who's better at looking for things as Louise just nonchalantly pops open the box and unlocks it.
Yes, that is extremely good.
So, Louise, you find a copy of the Revelations of Galaki in there.
Stares and sus.
It's a very nicely kept copy of the volumes of the Revelations of Galaki. So it's not the one that you put in the vault, so not so sus there.
Still very sus, actually, because there's another one, and Gaston had it. So it's very sus to Louise. Louise is gonna peek in it, make sure it's not like a fake cover. She's not gonna read it or anything. Kind of flip through and make sure it's kind of sort of the same as the other one. I don't know if I have to roll anything.
Nope,
or...
it's from what basically from what the conversation with Laura was, it looks pretty much the same.
Very sus.
True.
Laura, Jack, if you two are done, arguing on who can find the key, it's a copy of the book. Holds
Exactly the same.
I mean, Laura would be the expert, but it looks to be.
I'll take a look, but oh dear.
Inside a book.
It.
Well, it's inevitable that there would be multiple copies of this around, but why would Gaston have one?
It had a note, holds the note up. Had a note saying to understand the powers that be. But no name, just a ZC. And I roll a knowledge?
Yes, go ahead and roll a knowledge.
Can Runa also roll the idea, knowledge-y, whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That is a 40.
Okay.
Wolf rolled a 37, and Runa rolled a 54.
Okay. Given what you know about Gaston's relationship with the Sagano family, and that there's one Zelene, or technically one Zelene. There's the Dark Lady, but that's something else. There's only one person who would really have the initials ZC, and that would be Celine Zagano.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't really help yourself when your first name begins with a Z.
Yeah, I thought it was an S, not a Z. Okay.
Oh.
That was Tomb being dumb in the corner.
Zed.
But Zelene's been, if that's Zelene, if the
Yeah,
book
but
was from
he's
Zelene,
been.
he's been dead since 1915.
Flower, can you raise your volume?
Is this better?
A little bit.
No.
I don't know that there's that much that I can do because I'm on my stupid laptop still.
All right.
But I'll just try to talk louder. I hope that will help
Okie doke.
because I'm already at 100% for.
Alrighty. It's all good.
Wolf was saying that like if I mean he's been around the Sagano family, but the only person in the Sagano family that has those initials is Zelene, but she's been dead since 1915. So I don't know how he would have gotten this. Maybe Miss Y gave it to him, but it wouldn't explain why Zelene's name's in it if it's hers.
Louise is gonna look through what else is in the vault, Beth?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a vault. There's just a bunch of boxes stacked neatly near each other.
No, in the locked thing, was it just that one thing inside of the locked box?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
To what Wolf said, Louise is gonna shrug, or whoever said the thing about Miss Y, Louise is gonna shrug. If it was Miss Y that gave it to him, then why is it signed by Zelene? That makes no sense. It'd be signed Miss Y. So
if she got it from her mom,
but
it's just passing it on
with the same note.
Who knows with that girl? She's kind of weird.
Stares and Sus doesn't believe it, but is not going to say anything more on the subject. Louise will probably get up and be like, all right, well, let's get the rest of these boxes out of here.
Do you want to investigate the boxes?
Runa would, Wolf also would, because he had that article from the library that he's kind of curious about.
Dope. So
she died in 1915.
Yeah. So for those who wish to for those that wish to snoop through the boxes, please roll me library uses.
Snooping, yes.
Louise is not gonna snoop, actually.
That's a 10.
It's a 40.
Okay.
Regardless of what we all find, Runa's, if there's no like fussing about it, Runa would prefer all of the boxes and stuff go to her house. So she can make sure it gets to, like, if there's stuff for Raul or other people, that it gets to those people.
I mean, I thought Louise was gonna put it in her storage. She's got like the storage at the general store, or give it to Nana.
Given what's in these journal entries, you probably might want to reconsider that. So, can I have Runa and Wolf's library use rules?
Runa rolled a 39.
Okay.
Which doesn't pass, and Wolf rolled a 44.
All right.
Which I don't think passes.
Doesn't matter. You guys are all getting something fun.
Okay.
So, Wolf, your article.
Yes.
You find. Let's see. Let me double check what we got. You got yourself. You find a journal that's got like this nice handmade wrapping on it, and in the corner of it there is a signature, like, of the artist who made it, and it kind of looks like a fat rat.
Does he recognize the signature at all?
It looks a little bit like Bruno LeBlanc's signature.
Oh my god. Love that. Okay, Bruno. Okay, I know this bitch. We grew up together, sort of.
And when you open it up, you find that it's from 1897, and this is like 6-year-old
1897.
Gaston's writing. Apparently, this journal was a gift from Uncle Bruno, and so to help Gaston to practice his writing.
How abysmal on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst ever, is this handwriting?
It's a good solid 8, 9.
Oof. Okay. Wolf is ready, though. He's got, his nieces and nephews are a little bit older than 6, but he's like, yes, I'm prepared for this. Children's writing.
Oh yeah, but it's kind of cute.
Fantastic.
It's cute. Cute writing. It's cute commentary of a 6-year-old of the LeBlancs and whatnot. And there's some questionable doodles in there. This clearly where when Gaston was trying to draw, but failed colossally. Runa, you find a journal that's and you open it up and you flip to a page, 1913. Gaston's technically about 21 at this time, and it talks about how Gaston tried to visit Louise at the jail where she was being held, but he panicked because he saw somebody by the name of Vinny trying to talk to her, and you see that he's freaking out, like he freaked out and thought that Vinny was going to kill her. So he called Uncle Sebastian and begged him to go to the jail cell. And after that, he mentions that he talked to Uncle Sebastian about everything. And then it kind of trails off into Gaston kind of joking in the journal, like, well, he's either going to die via Nana or die via Vinny. But at least if Nana kills him, Percy will be fed for a bit. Jack, your journal entry. It is from 1903, and it talks about it's a really short journal entry, but it mentions that he's got to go deliver some sort of letter to one of the boxers, Eddie Rose's. Brief mention. It's very short, kind of like, yeah, not much happened today. Wrote to, got to go take this letter from Vinny to Eddie Rose's. Don't really care what's in it, but it's a job. Laura, you ready for yours?
Yes.
So, it is dated. You look through, you open your page, August 1921. Several of the journal, those dates, Gaston mentions that he's in New York with Yolanda and Yvonne to go pick up something. He doesn't mention in the journal what it is. Pick up something related for their father, and like one of the next journal entries is kind of like, well, I didn't die, so that's great. However, can't say the same for somebody else. And he talks about how they were getting ready to get the item that they were looking for when somebody was trying to pickpocket it, basically steal it from them. And there seems to be a section of it that's written in a code. And then afterwards, it's like, went with Yvonne to make sure no witnesses. One fella still alive. Guess he's new paramour. And then that's it.
Oh boy.
Damn, son.
So those are the journal entries, guys. Feel free to do with it as
Wow.
you did.
That sure is
Yeah.
interesting.
Does Runa talk about the thing?
You guys have all picked up separate books. So.
Lisa's moving boxes around. Do I roll a spot hidden to see if
Like the vibe of everybody's stopped to snoop except Louise.
Louise, go ahead and roll me a spot hidden.
Do I see if they actually that they're snoopers? 51? Does that happen?
No.
Oh my god!
It is one away, so if you would like, you could spend a luck to.
Nah. Louise is blissfully ignorant that everybody apparently went snooping.
No, if you're just moving boxes around. This guy's got a lot of boxes.
Yeah. She doesn't want to snoop through her cousin's things.
Runa?
That's fair of her. Nobody else has these qualms, apparently.
Hold on. Flower, say it again.
Runa's gonna be kind of pale about what she's read. And she's gonna kind of close it, her journal, maybe a little too forceful. And she's gonna, if y'all find any journals, please can you put them in this box? I want to make sure that this is kept safe and doesn't get out.
Yeah, I just found an interesting one.
About what?
I think it might be about Stuart.
Gaston was involved with Stuart?
That looks like what it's saying. Laura's gonna hand the relevant page over.
Runa's gonna read it.
All right.
Oh, I mean, based on what you told me about Stuart and the date and everything, like,
it fits.
It seems to fit. Huh.
I promised Stuart I wouldn't snoop, but I want to talk to Gaston about this.
Well, if there's what would Runa do? What would Runa do?
Are you looking at like the other pages as well, or are you just kind of at that page?
I would like to look at the other pages as well. I am not giving up the 1913 journal though.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold that one really close to the chest.
Okay. So in like the next following pages or so, there seems to be a bit of a time, about a 2-day gap in it. Gaston's like, we got back to New Orleans. Well, everybody seemed fine. Got the fella. It's kind of vague. It's like got the fella back in on La Luxuria. Kind of Gaston mentions he's kind of impressed that guy's still hanging on. Though he's delirious, but he says that you know, seems to be he's very much like Gaston's alluding to something more, but he's not saying it in this particular entry. There is a sketch, like there's like a art study, figure study, and it appears to be the torso of a male, but there's like a large gash near the neck, but there's not a lot of detail outside of that. And then like there's a entry that's like the following day, and it's just kind of him talking about Sophie catching him when he was on the La Luxuria and her being a cute small child.
Yeah, so he talks about Sophie catching him on the La Luxuria and being tiny.
Yeah, cute small tiny child. He mentions that she seems to be getting her strength back and stuff. There is mention of like, she seems to be doing well even with some of the other aspects of the paddle boat, but outside of that, it's a surprisingly heartwarming thing given the previous journal entries. Let's put it like that.
Okay. I guess Runa would probably want to get all of these journals in a box because she wants them basically in the car to go to her place ASAP.
Louise might disagree with Runa on that. Louise will probably be insistent that they go to the market.
No.
Because Runa, this is my family. You're not his family.
And Gaston is one of my best friends, and I don't want his journals going to your family.
It doesn't matter, Runa. This goes to family. His first caller
asked me to.
He didn't ask you, the landlord did. Runa,
he asked me to make sure these were safe.
Runa, this should go to family. I don't see why you're making such a fuss. You don't even have enough space for all of this.
Make space.
Runa, I'm taking this.
Can everybody roll me POW real quick?
Don't want Nana to have it.
Roll me POW, everyone.
Yay!
Uh-oh. Where is POW?
10.
POW is 32.
32.
95.
95.
Oof. Oh dear.
A number.
What did Runa pass?
She got it at 60, so she is equal to hers, and
Okay.
then Wolf is at 23.
Okay, so Jack.
Yes.
You are compelled
Is it the book?
to go look at the Revelations of Galacti this time.
Fucking book. I hate this book.
Thankfully, unlike last time, you're not feeling this weird compulsion to rip the book. There's a weird sense of like, hey, be a little more subtle, Bob. But yes, you are being compelled to go back to the book.
Any of us noticed that?
Spot hidden, everybody, except for Jack.
Nope, that's a 70.
Okay,
Yeah.
Laura didn't pass. What did Louise roll?
56. Didn't pass.
Okay, do you want to spend some luck to... No, that was 76. Wait, okay, never mind. Runa, Wolf, do you guys see it?
Wolf rolled a 76,
Okay.
so he doesn't see it. And Runa rolled a 43. So she does see it.
Okay.
Jack, what are you doing?
What is he doing? I'm sorry.
You're going
Is he-
to the book, you're opening it, you're not as roughly, you're flipping through the pages for there's a particular page you're feeling compelled to go to. But
Okay, I'm
you
sorry I
can,
missed that part.
it's kind of one of those things of like, you're not realizing you're doing it, but you're doing it, so...
Well, I gotta look at this page. I gotta find this page, Runa.
Page, Jack.
I'm sorry, there's fireworks happening, and I'm like,
I
All
can't
good.
really hear the fireworks in the
Okay.
background. You're good, sweetheart.
well, it's like ever so often. This is why we just.
Yeah, they're good.
We'll
They're
roll.
good. It's a holiday weekend.
Because I realized Beth just said I'm subconsciously doing this, and then I just went, oh, he's says this to Runa, which I guess he wouldn't do if he's subconsciously doing this.
You're not aware that you're not realizing that this was not your intentional thing that you were doing. You're just like, oh yeah, I need to go take a look at the book and go find this page.
Okay. Can you find the page, please?
Roll me a,
Because, like,
so roll me a luck, please.
okay. 15.
Okay. For whatever reason, you can't seem to find the page just yet, so you're kind of still going through it and kind of like, okay, let me see.
I'm sorry, this is the second time this book has sucked me into it, and I think I've just kind of given in at this point to the book's will.
Louise might walk over and gently take the book. And she?
Can she?
Sleight of hand it.
If she like walks up and just goes, mine.
Yoink.
Yeah. Louise, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand, and Jack, roll a strength.
Okay.
85. I don't believe that's good enough.
A 20.
So, Louise is able to get the book safely out of your hands, and once it's out of your hands, you're kind of like, wait, why did I have the book in my hands? Huh?
This book. At least we have to destroy this book. I can't take it anymore.
We'll lock it up with the other ones. Don't worry.
We're just gonna have an entire library full of these books, just copies of these books.
Maybe if we have to.
It's the world's worst library. When's the quickest we can get rid of this book?
Okay. While they're doing that, Runa wants to take the journals and she wants to smuggle them out to the car.
Okay.
Can we roll to see her?
Hold on.
Or
Hold on.
okay, go for it, Beth.
You can finish the Jack thing first, that's fine, but that's what Runa wants to do while they're distracted.
Okay. Jack, there's no fireplace in here, so the
No.
quote unquote quickest way to do it would be either in the oven or trying to flush it down the toilet. But given the fact that the landlady, wants to sell this apartment again, that probably wouldn't be the best idea either way. Wolf, what are you doing?
Um, I would say that Wolf was probably looking for more answers to his, like, if there's anything about that article.
All right, go ahead and roll me a library use.
Okay. But like with the whole Jack situation, he might have, perked up to listen to that. And that might have paused him, but I can do the library.
Okay.
He rolled a 6.
Okay, so in the box that you have, there's a couple of other journals. You pick one up and you kind of randomly flip through a page, and you see that there's one from 1909. And Gaston, he's a little confused. He's like, the tone of his writing is a little confused, but he mentions that he mentions Nana and Peter got into a fight, and because apparently Peter didn't tell Nana that he was taking Gaston and Gabe out of town, and it sounds a lot that the blowout was pretty big, and there's also so Gaston took Gabe to Raoul. He mentions that he took Gabe to Raoul's house, and then found out from Raoul that apparently Vinny had Louise run another job, and Raoul hasn't seen Louise. And so the last thing mentioned in that particular article is that Gaston's gonna go try and find her.
Okay, so Gaston mentions that he took Gabe to Raoul's house. Raoul mentioned that Vinny had Louise do a job, and she's been missing since. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Louise.
Hmm?
Did you ever go missing as a kid? That's really weird to ask. Wow. Did you ever go missing as a kid?
Louise is going to sour like she sucked on a lemon and realized that everybody's been reading Gaston's journals. She's gonna look around and shake her head. All of his personal books go back in their boxes and they're going home in storage. Nobody's touching them. Nobody else is reading anything.
Going home with me, Louise.
No, they're not, Runa. Runa, you are not his family. All right, it's going in storage.
Oh my gosh. So Runa's face, as soon as Louise says, "You're not family," drops.
Roll. Or after you describe Runa's reaction, I will need everybody to roll listens for me.
Listens? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Runa's face drops. And then she starts to not only tear up, but bristle because she's getting mad and hurt. And yeah, I think that is it. What did you say we needed to roll?
Listens.
Everybody?
Yep.
Okay. Because I have words, but I'm going to wait.
When Louise sees the reaction, she automatically regrets that, by the way.
Jess.
Yeah, no, that's a 52
Okay.
out of 48.
All right. And then Runa and Wolf.
Runa rolls a 5.
Okay.
Wolf rolls a 49.
All right. So those that passed, you guys hear footsteps coming up. Runa, you recognize the heels and the way people walk. It belongs to Yolanda. And the door opens, and there's Miss Y, and she kind of sees everybody there, and she's like, well, this is certainly a party.
Oh, Miss
I-
Y.
Sorry.
Don't go for it. She's just saying.
I wanna hide the book in myself.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, I'd like to do that too.
Runa just wants to take
Fucking 91.
Wait, didn't Louise have the book, Jack? Did you take it back?
12! I did it!
All right, so Laura hides the journal. Yes, Louise had the book on her hands.
Oh, okay.
So Jack attempts to like put himself in the way, but it's kind of more of a look at me, waving hands, crazy man kind of thing. Miss Y's not even, she kind of looks at you, Jack, and she's like, okay, whatever. Strange man doing strange man things, whatever. And she's just gonna kind of survey the group. And she's blocking the exit.
Miss Y, what brings you here, darling?
Going through.
protect her ass.
Hmm?
Runa says probably came here to protect her ass.
Hmm. That's gonna make Louise smile.
Darling, I have nothing to hide. I'm just here to make sure that the wrong people don't end up getting something they're not supposed to get.
Well, we're putting this in storage with the family.
I'm taking the journal, Louise.
Oh my god, Runa. Would you let it go?
Louise, have you even read any of those books? Have you even read any?
It doesn't matter. Nobody should be reading anything. They're going in storage. This is his private property.
And you
and asked me to take care of
Gaston didn't call you. You told
he
us
didn't
the
call you.
landlady.
You've been in my apartment? Have you bugged it? Do you know what I do
told
every
us
day?
the
I'm not in your
landlady
damn
did.
speakeasy.
Excuse me, ladies. Miss LeBlanc, Gaston has called Runa. They're friends, honey. And last I checked, you would have rather seen him dead on the streets than anything else. Especially given your two's history, as you love to remind him. So I think it would be in better hands, either sitting as a bonfire, or even, oh, I don't know, in somebody's care who actually liked him.
Louise is gonna keep hold of the recollections book, but she's gonna shove past Miss Y and she's going to leave.
Roll
She's
dex.
done. Huh?
Roll dex.
11.
Alright, let me double check with Miss Y. One momento. One momento. All right, she lets you pass. But as you're walking past, this conversation is not over, Louise.
I believe it is, Miss Y. Have fun taking these to whoever you want to. I'm done. And she is going to make her way home to lock up this other Revelation book.
Can you as you do that, I need you to roll a spot hidden in your office.
Okay. Five.
Everything looks as it should be. There is a note from the previous night of Jean Lafitte thanking you for hosting him. And he compliments your bar, your speakeasy, and your band. And there seems to be some symbols on there, but nothing too big.
Okay. Louise is just gonna lock up the other book. Probably grab a bottle and probably cry. She's very much done with everything.
Can you roll me a spot hidden on the safe, please?
Yes. A 15.
The other book is not in there.
Oh no.
Cafe Du Monde probably hears Louise's screaming. The neighbors probably all hear Louise's screamings and cursings. And she starts tearing her office apart, trying to find it.
Go ahead and roll me a spot hidden, and then roll me a POW.
26 for a spot hidden. 40 for POW.
40 for POW. Let me double check your POW. Okay, cool. It takes you a few minutes to find it, but you find it behind some of the testing bottles that Cecil gives you personally. And yeah, it's just chilling there like it was put there intentionally.
Okay. She calms down at that, probably. She's gonna sit on both of them. Legit going to sit, drink, and cry on both of them with her office a mess. But she will have safely put away the letter from the note from John Lafitte. Yeah,
Okay.
That'll be Louise.
All right, we can come back to that. So back at Gaston's apartment, Miss Y is not amused, but she is not going to snap and shoot everybody. She watched Luis go, and then she kind of looked back at the rest of you.
Jack's just gonna finish moving the things.
Gonna argue if I take his journals and keep them safe.
Runa, you are like the closest thing he had to a best friend outside of me, and I'll let you take it.
Thank you.
And
She's like sniffling and trying not to cry because she doesn't want to appear weak in front of Yolanda. Because she's sucking it in. Not very well, but.
Yolanda is going to make her way to one of the boxes, one of the ones closer to what was the locked box, and she's gonna look at the opened locked box, and she's going to she's gonna see that it's gone. Put two and two together that Louise took it. She's just gonna shake her head and make a tick kind of sound, and then she's gonna go to another box and she's going through the journals because it looks like there's a particular one she's looking for.
Can I help you find something, Miss Y?
Oh, I'm just trying to find one of his journals. Gaston liked to do his commentary on theaters and stuff. Trying to find the one that had most of his journal things.
Theater commentary?
Yes, his theater commentary. I was hoping I could find that one. Or his little black book.
I haven't seen one.
That's
saying much. I've been a little preoccupied.
That's fair.
Did he ask you to come get it?
Say it again?
Did he ask you to come get it?
Yes.
Why? Why do you want you to come get his theater commentary? Seems like something that would bore you to tears.
In all honesty, Runa, it probably would. But she's kind of pause for a second before she shakes her head. Between you and me, girl, he's been trying to get me to understand why some of the theater shows do well or not do well. Because nobody does it like you, apparently, in understanding why theater shows suck or don't suck. So he was trying to help me learn how to critique it.
She's actually gonna get a smile out of that and just start laughing. I was like, oh, he would, wouldn't he? Well, Miss Y, you won't be the same as Gaston. But if you're ever looking for something to do, maybe you can join me sometime at the theater.
That sounds like a date, Miss Solberg.
Squints. And when you say a date, do you mean like we're just gonna meet there, or are you trying to get me like one of the party girls? I knew about
Whichever you would prefer, darling. And she's gonna give you a wink. She's gonna look through the box in particular. She's not gonna find it, so she's going to look at the lockbox and pick it up. I'll just go ahead and take this back to my father. Give him a nice reminder of Mom. And I will be seeing all of you.
That note was from your mama?
Yes, it was.
She gave it to Gaston?
That she did.
Why did your mom give Gaston a magic book?
Mr. Barker, I'm sure even you have heard of some of the rumors regarding my mother and her occupations.
Shrugs. It's just like, More or less, word gets around.
She kind of shakes her
Well
head.
said.
My mother delved into things that are beyond the normal understanding of how things are. And after she kind of trails off for a second, she's kind of figuring out how to word this, but then she's kind of like, after the bullshit that Gaston had to deal with the Salvatore family, my mother offered to teach Gaston a little bit of the things she knew and to kind of help him come to terms with what happened to him.
Wait, you're telling me Gaston was getting trained in magic and not like the voodoo priests, right? Like a different type of magic?
Very different kind of magic.
Be damned.
And you know exactly what he was going to do? He was going to use all sorts of dark magic to make himself eternally young. And she says this in the most deadpan, sarcastic tone of voice.
I mean, maybe I can kind of see it, but Wolf, she's joking, honey. If Gaston had dark magic powers, he might use it to stay young, but I don't think that really big his deal.
See, Runa gets
Wolf
it.
shrugs.
But with that, she's got the locked box in her hand, and she's like, "Well, I'll leave the rest of y'all to it. You seem to have it in good hands. Let me know if you do find that little black book or Gaston's theater book for me, Miss Solberg."
Have we
Sure
seen
thing.
Little Black Book anywhere?
Do you want to roll a spot hidden and see if you can find it last minute?
Sure. No, that's an 81.
Wolf rolled a 17.
In the corner of the box closest to you, Wolf, you do see kind of buried and tucked in between is this small little black book. And like it's like all of the journals seem to be like put away neatly, but this one kind of seems to be like make sure this one's hidden kind of thing, but you see it. Uh-oh.
Wolf is not going to mention it
Okie doke. So,
until Miss Y leaves.
all right. She walks out the door and heads down the hallway and she leaves.
Oh my god. I think at this point, Runa's gonna take a deep breath, shuddering exhale. I'm sorry you had to see me and Louise fight like that. Thank you for coming to help. But I really would prefer if it went to my house and then After that, I'll make sure it gets to whoever needs to have it. And if you see that little black book, please let me know. I just want this to be done. Oh. Jack? Hello?
Sorry, yes. Yeah, I couldn't. My mute button wasn't working. Yes, Runa?
If it isn't too much trouble, if you wouldn't mind maybe checking in on Louise later.
Yeah, I was gonna do that as soon as we're done.
I'm not family anymore, so probably should leave her alone for a while.
I'm sure
Laura
she
comes
did.
over and gives Runa a hug.
She gets a hug back.
I'm sure she probably didn't mean that.
Well, she'll either apologize or she won't. Not counting on it. But as long as if you're willing to go check on her, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust those books, and
I don't trust them either. I don't trust the books. I don't trust Miss Y. I don't trust a lot of people.
fair. That's perfectly fair. But you're really good at calming her down, so maybe you can talk her off the ledge if that's where she's at.
Mm-hmm. I'll go over right after we're done, and Jack picks up another box and moves it.
All right. So are we gonna just go ahead and kind of continue to move boxes, or does anybody want to do another library use for a journal entry?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think Jack's going to. Jack's kind of focused on getting this done so we can go check on Louise.
I think Runa's kind of done with them for now. She'll probably end up revisiting them when they're in her apartment.
Okay.
Like stacked into her room. But as for right now, I think she's kind of tapped out for the moment. And I mean, Wolf technically kind of got answers for his searches. So I think he would tuck the little black book into his pocket until he can bring it up or give it to Runa at a better time.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know, Jack would look for something of like sentimental value, you know? Anything Louise might like really need.
So why don't you roll me a spot hidden real quick?
$66.
And
I don't think that passes. No, that doesn't pass.
okay. Well, you don't see anything of sentimental value, but you do find this surprisingly large box, and when you open it up, it seems to be filled with a bunch of scrap paper, crumpled up paper with like stuff, like it's been harshly crumpled and tossed and then like smoothed out and stuff. And it appears to be from various dates and kind of
like letters?
They are unfinished apology letters to Louise.
Oh.
These are all
I
the...
don't know if I can take a whole box.
I mean, it's not a heavy box, but it's basically all the times that Gaston has been trying to write out an apology to apologize for what he's put Louise through, like basically since they started. And it's all the attempts he either didn't think sounded right, sounded stupid. There's a lot of boy doesn't handle his emotions well on it, but it's basically unwritten, unfinished apologies.
If this is like a large box, Jack's just going to take probably a couple handfuls of them and take them with him. Just put them in his pocket or something, because I don't think he could take an entire box full of paper.
Oh, so Beth, when you're describing this box, if we're comparing it to like a typical Lowe's or Home Depot moving box, is this like a small box?
Yeah. I assumed it was like a good size box, like a 2x2 box or something.
Sure. It's a big enough box that it's very clear that it's been that this has been an ongoing thing of him trying to write the stupid apology letter.
Okay. Yeah, Jack's gonna take as many as he can.
Okie doke. If you would like, we can just kind of speed through the rest of like the boxes get out and the apartment gets cleared out and kind of jump to you heading to the speakeasy, or we can...
Okie doke.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jack, you have made it to the Chateau de Lys, or not the Chateau de Lys, to the LeBlanc Market. Louise, have you come out of your office, or are you still there?
Still there, probably a bottle and a half in, still crying, either sitting on the books or maybe even has started reading one.
Is the office upstairs or downstairs?
It's upstairs.
Can Jack enter the speakeasy? Is it unlocked?
Yeah, it's unlocked. Louise forgot to lock it behind her.
Okay, then Jack's gonna knock at the door that he hears sound coming from.
Knock on the door to her office?
Yeah, if he walks into if the speakeasy is unlocked, he'll walk in, and then he'll hear probably Louise crying and then knocking on the door.
Yeah, probably. She's not a quiet crier. Yep. Probably hear him, and she'll sniffle and wipe her nose on her sleeve, because, Louise. And she'll try to find a hanky so she's not wiping on her sleeve. But she'll be like, "It's open."
Jack opens the door and walks in. Is she sitting at her desk?
She's sitting on 2 Revelations of Galaki.
Yeah, I'm sitting behind so the place is in absolute disarray. Like, somebody probably, if you had walked in and somebody said it was a robbery, you could have believed it. She's actually behind the desk on the floor sitting on 2 books.
Oh my god. Louise, you didn't use the books, did you?
No, I'm gonna say she still sat on them. She's working on the bottle.
Well, Jack sees this, and his first instinct is she cast some kind of spell from the book, and this happened. So he asked if she used the book.
No.
Well, what happened?
I opened the safe, and the first book, technically, the first book was missing.
What happened to it?
I don't know. But somehow it ended up with those bottles over there. So Now I'm sitting on them. And yeah. Y'all all done?
These books. I don't know what to do with the books. Jack picks up a chair and puts it near Louise and sits down with her. So we finished clearing out Gaston's apartment. And I brought you a few things. And then Jack pulls out the papers he got from the box, and then also he pulls out the journal that he had grabbed himself at first, and then gives them both to Louise.
Okie doke.
Louise is going to quietly take them and put down the bottle because she's just drinking straight from the bottle.
Jack's gonna take the bottle instead.
Jack, that's mine. No.
Are you using it still?
This is like her second bottle. She's halfway through.
Oh, geez.
It's rude not to offer your guest a drink, Louise. And then he just takes a drink from the bottle.
Louise is just gonna stare at him and go, "You got a mighty fine point. All right, that's our bottle now." Weird focus on the bottle, but moving on. She is going to look through the letters.
All right.
And okay, continue. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, she's gonna look at the letters first since they're like crumbled and.
I saw these letters. They had your name. They looked addressed to you. I didn't really make out what. Most of them kind of ramble a little bit. It looks like he can't really get a good idea of what he's trying to say down, but he's trying his best.
What's the basic gist of them, Beth?
They are various links, various stuff, but the basic gist of them is that basically since day one of sending you out to run these errands and stuff, these are his attempts trying to write an apology to Louise that he, for one reason or another, either scrapped the letter or scribbled out words because words weren't coming to him or whatnot. But basically, it's a hot mess. But the gist of it is that it's apology letters.
So just so I'm correct, it's from when she was 5 up onward. So even while she was working for him.
Pretty much.
Okay, not just after she got caught. Okay. She is going to look through them. And in her very drunken, semi-drunken state, tipsy. She's probably tipsy. She's only a bottle and a half in. She's tipsy. In her tipsy state, she kind of starts crying more. She's kind of upset that he never finished any of these. She's upset because she feels like maybe the apology is like half-hearted because she still kept working through some of these dates. And she's just mad that he's not here because then that fight with Runa wouldn't have happened, and she's just upset. So she'll keep crying. She won't say anything about the letters, but she's going to keep them close to her person. She's going to open the journal and see what's in there.
So there's the you open it kind of closer towards the end of it, and there is 1903, and it is basically the gist of it can be boiled down to Eddie Rose is dead. And Gaston had to have a very pointed meeting with Vinny that was essentially like, as a reminder, Gaston, stay in line and you won't end up like Eddie. And there's a couple of other entries that kind of are similar in the sense of kind of given this interpretation that Gaston is not quite back in the corner, but he isn't as in charge as one would be led to believe.
Okay. And there's quite a few entries.
Yeah.
Can I have a knowledge check on if I recognize Vinny and or if I remember his face, if I ever interacted with him?
Yes, go ahead and roll me knowledge.
I rolled a 40.
All right. You recognize Vinny as man known as Vincenzo Salvatore introduced himself. He claimed that he was one of the investigators who was kind of taking a look at your case, and you remember that he would come and visit you in the cell sometimes to theoretically ask you about the case, get to kind of get more details of the case and stuff, but he never seemed to do that. He'd just kind of like ask how you were doing, did you need anything in the jail cell, and kind of idle questions that never pertained to the case itself. And you also know that Sebastian and Joffrey did not like this guy for whatever reason.
Okay. But she has no recollection of ever seeing him with Gaston or ever taking an order from him or anything like that when she was running.
Nope,
just the cell.
Just the cell.
Okay. But I can't recall any details about what we talked about, or
he basically would just kind of ask you generic sounding questions, basically kind of like how you were doing, what kind of interests you had. He did ask like once or twice about cousins, because he would explain that he was confused by the amount of cousins and putting names to cousins. But outside of that, nothing suspicious.
Okay. Louise is kind of gonna close the journal and kind of hug it and the papers. Still sitting on the books, mind you. She's just gonna. Oh fuck! Sorry, firework. That spooked me. Sorry. And I look up at Jack and be like, Thank you for bringing these.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's your cousin.
Yeah. But I guess that don't matter in the grand scheme of things.
It won't matter?
No.
Why not?
You'd
Why
think
wouldn't it matter?
You'd think that his personal belongings would go to family, but at the end of the day, everybody gets what they want. I still gotta fight and scrimp. It don't matter at the end of the day. Well,
Jack's gonna take another drink from the bottle. Move to the floor, I assume, and then just kind of sit next to Louise and like lean on her a little bit.
she's probably gonna lean back and keep flipping through the journal, just trying to understand more about it. But she's gonna go quiet. She's upset about a lot of things. Kind of wishes Gaston was around.
Are you going forward or are you going back in the journal? Are you gonna go start at the beginning?
At the beginning.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a library use real quick.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna fail that.
Real fast.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Can Jack see the books?
Probably you're taller than her.
I mean, can Jack have them, like take them physically?
I mean, she's still sitting on them.
I mean, can he ask if he can?
Oh, yeah,
take them
you can ask her that. Sorry, wow.
Sorry. Jack asks Louise if he can just take the books for a second.
Oh, the book she's sitting on?
Yeah. She's on the floor, isn't she?
Yeah, she's on the floor sitting on the book.
So is Jack.
Yeah.
He asked if he can just see them.
In her drunken state, she just hands one over. She continues to sit on the other one. She's scared they're gonna get up and walk away. In her mind, it got up and walked away. But at the same time, she thinks somebody may have broken into her office, but she's tipsy. God knows.
Well, Jack wants both of them.
I got a 45.
45. That is not a pass. I don't think.
No.
Okay.
I wanted Jack to just compare the two copies of this book and see if anything's different.
Oh, politely ask for the other one, Jack. She'll hand it to you.
Yeah. I mean, he meant to ask for both of them.
Oh, she'll probably let him take both. Probably give him a warning. Careful, it might have legs.
I do like that she's just leaning against him, and I imagine her just pulling out the books from under her one by one, and she just slowly gets a little shorter on him.
Okay. So 45. Give me 1 second.
Can I roll a second time, or that's not a
I'm
thing?
trying to decide which one of the bombshells I want to drop on you.
That's not a thing.
Okay. We're going to do 1899 is the first one in that. And Gaston kind of talks a little excitedly. This is 8-year-old Gaston, and he's excited because he helped out at a family, or at the church of, Peter's church. He kind of helped out with Raoul, and there was mentions of like, oh, when he's older, he'll be able to get a job, and he's excited about the idea of having a job and being a cool dude. He mentions that when he told Louis about this at the Red Beans and Rice, Louis mentioned that he's going to have to ask Nana for permission. Nana has to approve of the job, obviously. And the entry mentions that that Dad made a funny face, but Mom was like, no, it'll be fine and stuff. And then it kind of the entry kind of derails into 8-year-old finding something shiny and kind of talking about something else. And then the following entry is a very simple, it's a very short, just one sentence. She said no. And then there's not another journal entry for about a week or two. And that couple weeks or two, Gaston is kind of vague about what happened, but just kind of like Nana said that he had to help out the family, and his mom got upset and mentioned something about a hippo cricket call, and then it devolves into Gaston talking about hippos and crickets. And then see, let me double check my other notes. There is like as you kind of go through the journal entries, there's some more sketches and stuff from Gaston. You know, you can see the evolution of his art skills and stuff. So, go ahead and roll me a luck. All right, that is a pass. All right, there is one journal entry from 1900 about, this is about November or so. So this is after Gabe has been born. This is after you have been born, after Peter's wife died and stuff. It's kind of short, but Gaston mentions that Nana and Peter had a fight, and it kind of sounds like there was some miscommunication about who was going to watch the kids, whether it was going to be Nana or whether it was going to be one of the ladies from the church. But miscommunication, big fight. Gaston mentions that he overheard Nana blame Peter for his wife's death. And then Gaston says that he ran away. And he ran out and he got himself lost. And then it got really dark. And he got scared. So he hid in a tree. And then he saw a wolf-like creature. But then it turned out to be Uncle Roo. And Uncle Roo got him down from the tree. And it kind of ends with he got to stay with Uncle Roo for a day. Mm-hmm.
Louise might smile at her Uncle Roo. She likes Uncle Roo. But yeah, she might make note of how different he was at the beginning of the day to at the beginning of the journal compared to the end of the journal. If I wanted to look for something specific in this journal, Beth, what do I? Sorry.
Oh, if you're looking for the exact when he started using Louise to run stuff?
yes, when he started, deciding, you know what, fuck everyone, I'm gonna do crime, and when he decided, fuck everyone, I'm gonna use my baby cousin to do crime.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a library use.
This is not gonna pass. And that did not pass. That was an 81.
You kind of do some quote unquote mathing, trying to flip to the page that the 1905 would be at, and it kind of looks like the journal ends right before we get into the 1905.
Okay.
So it doesn't really look like there's anything related to Louise in this particular journal.
Okay. So close it and kind of look at Jack and be like, "Oh, have you found anything in the books? Are they the same?" Since he's comparing the two.
Beth?
So the one that Gaston had is a lot nicer kept. There's actually some like notes and stuff. Go ahead and roll me let's say knowledge.
Okay. 87.
87. Okay, yeah, that was fast. Yes. You like there seems to be some notes attached to it, and you can actually kind of see it's you can't really quite recognize the handwriting, but some from the tone of the notes and like things written in the margins adjacent, it kind of sounds a little bit like how like Gabe and Yvonne talk, and written in some of the notes.
It looks like he wrote in this one, Louise.
What's it say?
Oh, what does it say? Are they just notes on like this, like what the spells do on the page? Or
There's so this is about this like 14, 15-year-old commentary, boys commentary. There's like a couple of notes even from Yolanda, from what sounds like in tone of how Yolanda speaks. But like there's notes of like, hey, this does that does this. The spell in particular that I'm assuming you're gonna like you two are kind of looking at it together at this point.
yeah, he's leaned over and put the book on both of their laps.
So the spell that Louise used, like there's a little note. It's like cosmic powers. There's like a little like think who people worshipped or something along those lines. Very shorthand, kind of like, cosmic forces being like the old school gods and goddesses kind of vibe.
Okay.
And there's kind of like some doodles here and there.
Louise, what the fuck?
And I roll in occult, see if I can understand any of this stuff?
Sure.
Or does that not apply?
Go ahead and roll occult.
Can I also try?
Sure.
Yay.
Rolled a 1.
I rolled a 95. Louise, what does it mean? What does it all mean?
I rolled a 1, Beth, so what does it all mean?
That. I mean.
Louise, what does this crazy character mean? And Jack just points to like the letter A or something.
So, they're like the doodles themselves. They're 14-year-old doodles. Doodles of like, yeah, I'm sort of paying attention, but not really. You kind of see yeah, it's kind of like some doodles and like the occult stuff in there and like the spells and cult stuff, like the different groups and whatever. It's certainly crazy sounding, but it's trying to think of how to word it because it's like Louise knows that there's occult stuff. This stuff has occult stuff in it, but it's also kind of like the equivalent of reading the nutritional facts on the side of a bowl of cereal.
It's very dry.
Yeah.
So what she can gather is this is a cult.
Somehow they made occult stuff sound boring.
And there's doodles from 14-year-old boys to prove it.
Sorry, Tim, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just asking. So essentially, Louise recognizes that some of these doodles and the stuff written is occult stuff, basically, like cult stuff.
Yeah.
She'll probably look at Jack and be like, "This. It looks like there was something more going on here. It seems like this is almost a cult that somebody was trying to get into that no one was getting into."
Jess.
Oh.
So good. So, yeah.
Were they trying to like indoctrinate Gaston into their cult or something?
Is the handwriting Gaston's or is it Gabe's, Beth?
There's like both Gaston and Gabe's handwriting in it.
Okay.
Mostly Gabe's though.
Louise is gonna be very puzzled and kind of look at Jack and be like, "Oh, Gabe and Gaston," and she's gonna be very confused.
Well, hopefully they left this stuff behind when they left.
People don't just leave cults, though. There's a book in sus.
Then why don't you roll a POW in sus?
21.
Okay, and Jack?
Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to roll as well. 45.
That does not pass. But you are 5 away from passing. So would you like to spend some luck to pass, or would you like to see what the POW brings?
No, I want to see what the POW brings.
All right. You are hit with another wave of compulsion, but this time the book seems to be taking some pity on you. And it's like 3 pages next, buddy. And so you flip the page over, and there is a name, and I would like you to read it.
Hello. Me?
Hold on, let me get the
Keith. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Black. Do you want to?
Yagolonak?
Black, can you say it for us, please?
It's Keith. His name's Keith.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
Yugolonak?
Yeah, I think it's Yagolonak.
Hold on. Egolanak. There we go. I'm gonna butcher it like 40 different ways. We're just gonna call it.
We should just call him Keith. Come on.
Keith. So, you say the name. Roll me listen, guys.
Including me?
Yeah, you two roll listens.
Oh, I don't like this. 49.
46.
49.
Can I push 20 luck points? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that.
49. Listen. Okay, Louise, you failed that, and Jack, you failed that. So you guys don't hear the door open, and footsteps come in.
My listen's 50, though. Isn't it?
Listen, 40, Louise LeBlanc.
I thought that we did the stat increase last time. Oh, never mind. I'm using the wrong sheet.
Louise, just push the roll.
No, it's okay. It's fine. If I failed it, I failed it. It's fine. I thought I was using the wrong sheet then.
He's saying you can spend
Yeah.
luck to succeed.
Spend the luck to succeed, yeah.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. So you get just executed.
You're not gonna get executed. Jeez, I'm not that bad. I mean, I could be extremely evil and just say, okay, we'll end the session here and see next week who's there.
I failed to listen, though, so I don't hear who's coming in.
Yes. And I was saying I could be evil and leave it for next week, but we'll continue on. So, you guys don't hear it until you turn and you see legs, look up, and it's Yvonne, and he's looking down at you two, looking very annoyed. What the hell are you two lovebirds doing?
It's called reading in my office, Mr. Y.
Have you ever done that before?
What did you say?
You've never read in your office before?
Okay, I thought you said something else. I just wanted to double check before he pistol whipped you.
What?
Exactly. So, Yvonne's gonna raise an eyebrow, and he's like, looks like you got robbed. What the hell's going on?
I misplaced something. Proceeds to close the books and sit on them again.
Miss LeBlanc,
Mr. Y.
where'd you get those 2 books?
I just stands up.
They were given to me.
Given to you?
Yes.
Is there a Call of Cthulhu equivalent of readying an action to happen?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, well, if anything were to happen and Yvonne were to Make any swift motions here. I think Jack's gonna try to tackle him or something.
Okay.
Not right now. He's currently fine. He's friendly. He's fine. If his disposition changes to one of unfriendliness, he's gonna get himself tackled.
I'm just gonna say
Unfriendliness or hostility.
there is a 35 difference between your strength and his strength, but sure. Okay.
But all of my weight is coming down on top of him.
Anyways.
He's gonna get football tackled.
Yvonne's gonna raise an eyebrow. He's gonna be like, they were given to you?
Yes, they were, as a matter of fact.
It's like a family heirloom.
Shh. No, they were given to me.
Dare I ask by who?
I'm sorry, but I'm not about to out people by giving me books. I get very few gifts as it is, Mr. Y. Can I help you with anything? I'm not in the best of spirits, as you can see.
No, I couldn't tell.
Your sarcasm is refreshing, sir.
Look, I was coming to pick up the month's payment.
I have it, don't worry.
And I would like Gaston's copy to come that you're sitting on.
Oh. I have no idea what you mean.
The book you're sitting on.
They were given to me.
Louise, you're a horrible liar.
I mean, they were given to me.
Alright, I'm gonna double check something real quick. Hold on.
I mean, she's kind of tipsy and that's her only, just, they were given to me, they're mine, I'll give you your money, but you gotta go. Basically, she's just like, yep.
Let me just see what you got to, I just want to double check and make sure that you, roll the right thing against. Because we're gonna have an intimidate.
Oh boy.
Louise, or from, what's his name?
Mr. Y.
Oh, fine.
Mr. Y, the intimidation guy.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Big man.
Okay, so I'll give you a choice. You can either roll against intimidate or psychology.
Is this both of us?
This is gonna be for Louise.
Are
Okay.
you saying roll intimidate or roll psychology? Or
Yeah.
roll against?
Basically, I'm going to roll psychology, or I'm gonna roll an intimidate, and then you've got to roll under, either using your intimidate or psychology, but you've got to pick one before you roll.
I'm gonna do my psychology because that's higher.
All right.
And 1.
All right. So he kind of he leans over on you and he's like, Miss LeBlanc, I would rather not have to pick you up and toss you against the wall and get the book that way. I would prefer to ask you politely. I'd rather not let you be the subject of rumors. But
you cut out. I'm sorry, honey. What did you say?
he tries to intimidate you, but it doesn't work, so he basically was threatening to pick you up and slam you against the wall and have you deal with being a subject of a different set of rumors. But you do not fall for that intimidation.
Louise is gonna cover her mouth and laugh semi-drunkenly. I'm sorry, Mr. Smile. I'm so sorry. That sounds mildly inappropriate.
He's gonna smirk and he's gonna get closer and he's gonna put his hand over, or he's gonna lean against the desk. And he's like, only mildly inappropriate, Shaw.
Very much so. Let me get up and get you your money. Jack, can you sit on my books so they don't walk away again? Thank you, darling.
He sits on them.
Jack's head.
Crisscross applesauce. Run on him. And he just smiles up at Mr. Y, like full grin.
And she's still hugging the journal and the letters, by the way. She has not let those go. She is still hugging them to her chest. She nudges Mr. Y to follow her because she keeps that money in the safe under the register that she owes him.
He's going to follow you, but he's going to give you a look, Jack, of like, he's just going to kind of nod and he's going to smile. And roll me a psychology real quick.
Okey-doke. 76.
Okie doke. There. 76, psychology. I mean, you pass. So, he gives you the smile he has is one of, this is not over yet. And you better be careful, sir. But he's
Are
gonna.
they gone?
He and Louise head to the register.
That's downstairs?
No, it's
No.
on the same floor.
Oh, wait, do they shut the door? Do they leave the room?
They leave the room. Jack can totally close the door and lock it. It does lock from the inside. He can totally put them in the vault and shut it.
Yeah. Jack's gonna close the door and then quickly stuff the books into the vault and shut it, and twist the lock and make sure it locks, and then reopen the door.
Okie doke. Louise, you give Yvonne the money. Yvonne he counts it. He makes sure it's good. He pockets the money, and
She does have a question for him.
Go ahead and give it.
Her drunken self-consciousness, like self-preservation, is dead in the water. Kinda looks at him and goes, "So, how's your cult doing?"
He's gonna look at you, and he's gonna smile, because he can kind of tell that you're drunk. And he's like, well, it's doing absolutely fucking fine, darling. Even with you trying to help.
I'm not trying to do anything to help. See, I just want my family to be okay. Cult or not. So, that's what Gabe was doing with you? Culty stuff?
Not technically.
Okay. I mean, not my cup of tea. But I mean, is he hiding out over there? Is Gaston over there?
Gaston and Gabe asked me not to tell you where they went.
So they might be with the culty stuff.
He's gonna look at you deadpan and be like, why on earth would they still stay in New Orleans? They've got no family here.
That's where you're wrong. I got plenty of family. We're like 20, 30 people.
Yvonne's gonna chuckle, and he's gonna chuckle. That was pretty funny, and he's gonna pat you on the shoulder like, "That's nice, sweetheart. That's like whatever you say, sure." And then he's going to grab one of the peppermint sticks that is on. He's gonna treat himself to one of the candies on the shelf, and he's gonna be like, "See you next month, Miss LeBlanc." And he's gonna exit the doors. And that's where we're going to end the session. Haha! Unless you guys really want to go continue going on.
No, this is a good place to stop.
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of tired.
I am astonished that went so well, honestly.
Yep.
Yes. So we will go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.